It's Toilet Tunes. And now we pause. It's Toilet Tunes. I'm your host, Sarah Morris. Folks come to my big green bathroom somewhere north of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we sing a little, we talk a bit, we put it out on the internet just in time for your Friday afternoon. Stay toilet tuned, stay toilet tuned. And that was our pause. I'm Sarah Morris, and I invite people into my big green bathroom, people like Ryan Smith and Mary Strand. We're going to sing a little song for you.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ryan Smith, Mary Strand. Don't Worry Baby by the Beach Boys. You start out and you're like, ooh, what a gorgeous love song. What a lovely offering to someone, until you realize it's like a lover whispering like, don't go get it at the drag race today. You're going to be fine.
Don't worry, you might crash.
Right.
You might
No
die.
big deal.
I super love you. We're going to make out later.
Yeah.
Unless you die.
Unless you die.
In which case you're expendable and we'll move on.
It's kind of twisted.
And I've already got someone in mind.
Thanks
Yeah.
for choosing this twisted love song today.
Absolutely.
Oh, no problem.
But at least it came from the mind of the person singing it, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
his
true.
imagination of someone telling him these things.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good psychological dive there, isn't it? Yeah.
We've twice had the writing group. So Mary and I are in the same songwriting group, and we've had the prompt carrot. And this song is essentially like a whole big carrot. Like I'm dangling that motivational situation in front of you. Like, yeah, baby.
Which is why I went for the cave prompt instead.
That's right. All right. Ryan Smith and Mary Strand. I know Mary through the writing group, and Mary, you know Ryan through...
Twin Town Guitars originally.
Yeah.
And we've been doing lessons for about 4 years now, I think.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
It's 6 years.
Yeah, because the pandemic
Wow.
really made it feel like we lost some
It was
music,
2017 that we
Is that-
started
yeah.
that summer.
but- Okay.
So,
That's awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
And
Turned
then I
into-
started working on an album. And so Ryan and Mark Wade, my 2 guitar teachers, became the producers and the everything behind it.
And I have that album right here. It's called Golden Girl. It comes out everywhere. Don't worry, baby. I know exactly when it comes out. June 23rd.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
It will be streaming. So that's less than a month from today. Do you already have, do you think, a pre-save link or some way that people can order it today?
Today, yes, I do.
You? Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. And you're also releasing a single today.
Right.
Your 5th single.
Called Golden Girl.
Golden Girl, the title track. That's so exciting. So when did you start working on this?
Depends on how you look at it. When did you write the first song that is on the record?
Well, one of my first songs is actually on the record, so it would have been 2019, I think, and we
Wait.
started 2019. I think Act As If
Yeah.
is one of my first songs.
Wow.
Oh, actually, Quarter to 10 is...
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember
Quarter to 10, yeah.
you'd made a alternate version quarter to our lesson time, just as a funny joke. And,
Yeah.
and so I definitely remember. That feels like, yeah.
And then I later did a quarter... So with you, it was, I think, Quarter to 4.
Yeah.
And then later, a year or 2 later, I was doing lessons with Mark, and I did a version that's Quarter to 2, and he said, oh, I mean, he liked it, but he said, oh, is this basically the one you did for Ryan? I said, oh, no, it's
Yours is much...
Totally
completely different ones,
Just-
based on the quirks of
Yeah.
all of us.
When
Right.
you say lessons together, just you said guitar teacher. Is that the primary thing that you're teaching, or do you also
Well,
teach?
ours has shifted largely into just, I feel like, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's just turned into all things that have to do with music. Like, we rarely actually talk about guitar anymore. It's more like
Sure.
making videos or promoting records, setting up campaigns for releasing singles and stuff like that.
World Domination, too.
World Domination.
I totally want to
primarily.
sign up for the World Domination class
Yeah.
offered at Twin Town Guitars, taught to you by Ryan Smith. Ryan, in addition to teaching, you have an illustrious career in many bands. You want to talk a little bit about some of those projects you're in?
Sure. So I've been in the Melismatics forever. That's a band with Mark Wade, who Mary was just referring to, and put out a record as Ryan and Pony called Moshi Moshi, and then I've been in Soul Asylum for, I don't know, 7-ish years? Over 7 years
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And it's weird because you're here in my bathroom now, but tonight with Soul Asylum,
Yeah.
you're in Indianapolis
Yep.
at the I can't say it.
the
Indianapolis Speedway.
Speedway.
Indianapolis Speedway.
Indianapolis Speedway.
So we'll get you out of here real soon, but that's exciting that you're going right
I
there.
have a long distance to travel. This is gonna take. This
Get
is
out of here.
Almost impossible.
Don't leave yet.
It is a porky.
I've linked to the many projects that you mentioned below. I've linked to all of Mary's work as well. And Mary, one thing I feel like is so fascinating, you mentioned starting to write songs in 2019, but you've written other things for a long time. What else do you write?
Novels.
Novels!
Yes, I've been doing that since maternity leave with my daughter. So that was 2000.
I don't think a lot of women or men, I don't think a lot of people send their maternity leave like, I'm going to pick up a novel writing hobby.
Yeah, well, I'm different.
I know. Mary's like my hero in so many ways. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. So to celebrate Golden Girl, there is going to be a big release show.
Yes.
We can't tell you about it because then we'd have to kill you. But it is going to be at the Uptown VFW. We can't tell you like when it's going to be.
Or we will have to kill you. Mm-hmm. And we
But
don't want to do that.
We can tell you
Or
that
someone
you
will
should
kill us.
start get excited about the time you're going to spend at the Uptown VFW. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. That's
It's awesome.
very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll know that it will be Mary Strand and the Melismatics and also that very beloved band, TBA.
I love TBA. They're so good.
They're huge.
They're all
Maybe
over the
TBA
country.
1 and TBA 2.
That's
Yeah.
TBD.
Right,
There's
TBD.
TBA and TBD. They're
Both
they're
of them.
huge.
Both of them are playing.
Sweeping them.
Yes.
They already took your World Domination class.
Yeah.
And they're
Yes.
having it.
That's
They're
why
doing
they're in every club around the country.
Where did you record Golden Girl? Can you tell us about that real quick?
That's a little crazy, but Ryan and I recorded our guitar, our vocals, and all the mad number of instruments that he played. He had a sitar, he was doing keys, synth, ukulele, blah blah blah. We did that at his recording studio, and Mark Wade did his bass and vocals at his recording studio. And my son Jack is the drummer on it. And when we had enough tracks to make it enough of a song, we took him into Flowers studio
Yeah.
to do it that way. And Mark hit the gong there on one song.
Yeah, that gong is.
You didn't demand
legendary.
gong credit? Because I would have, if it was
No,
like
he's
a
got
gong
I gave him
hit,
gong
I would
credit.
be like,
I gave him gong
I
credit
would've
on the
done it.
album. Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And on one memorable track, Mark decided that Ryan and I just had not done enough on guitar the way he wanted it, so he added a guitar track, and it's fantastic.
No, sometimes it is just that last thing.
Alexa, please.
Alexa, please. Alexa, please add another guitar track. So we will also, maybe, are you, as part of your marketing campaign, going to release a video of you saying, Alexa, please, play Alexa, please by Mary Strand?
That's a good idea.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think we are.
You are going to do that.
We didn't know that.
You can do
until
that.
now, but
All right. So on Toilet Tunes, I like to ask a few questions. So I'm going to start with those questions. The first one is, Ryan and Mary, will you each tell me something good? Tell me something big, little, bright, something in your world or in the world at large that is good.
Mary, you start because I
you
really
so
gotta
much.
reach for that.
Aside from all the music stuff,
Yeah.
I just was offered last week a, or several weeks ago, depending on your perspective, the chance to write children's books with female heroines in extreme sports.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really going to be cool.
That's so cool. That's so good. I can't wait to read these
I can't
books.
wait to write them.
Yes. Yay. All right, Ryan.
Oh
Your
boy.
time to reach.
All right. I'm gonna
It
say
can be little.
it'll be like okay. Well, I'm gonna say my daughter Skylar, she's 8, is trying new things. She's in swimming lessons, which is really a big step, and she's in an acting class. That's a big step, and she's starting to show an interest in music.
Yeah.
So
Go figure.
So three things.
Those are.
That's
those
a
are
hat
awesome.
trick.
What is a hat? Oh, is that a sports reference?
It is.
When my kids were younger, they couldn't pronounce their THs, so it would be free things instead of 3 things. And so anytime someone says 3 things, my brain puts it to free things. So I'm glad for your free things. All right, so that was Tell Me Something Good. The next question I like to ask is, will you take us by the ear and spin us out into some music that you're listening to that's making your ears hot? What's turning your listening on?
You want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
I think we got a rhythm here with me first.
Are you feeling that?
Because
rhythm?
I need to think.
I just got my convertible out of winter storage.
Oh my gosh.
And the
it's
great
here.
thing about that, besides the fact that it's a convertible, is that it has a 6 CD player, which you don't have anymore in cars.
Gosh.
And so I love that. And
Yeah.
so I've got the 6 CDs in. One is Melismatics, Rising Tide. But I'd like to mention 2 that I'm listening to right now. Taylor Swift, Midnights.
Oh yeah.
I love the lyrics, just incredible lyrics. And the other one is Olivia Rodrigo. My daughter turned me on to her music and a lot of other music like that last year, and it is the Sour album. It's just passionate. It's the passion and vibrancy of a young woman.
Oh yeah.
I love
Sour is
Millie, our daughter, super O-Rod is what we call her, fan, and yeah, and you know Taylor co-wrote a few of those songs with her.
I didn't know.
So I think that's some. You
Oh,
get some of that.
yeah.
There's some connective tissue
Yeah.
right there. I love it. All right, Ryan.
Okay,
spin us.
well, I mean, obviously,
Yes.
Golden.
Yes.
I mean, I think that goes without saying, but I
Yes.
said it anyway.
Yes.
And then another record that Sisu, Loki's Folly, because obviously I'm a big fan of them, and then I'll say it was record store day recently, so I got the Husker Du live at Longhorn.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
That was good. That's really awesome. I mean, I love Husker Du, so that's cool. Old recordings that surface that are interesting.
Yeah. I will link to all of those things that I can link. I can't link to Golden Girl fully yet, but I can put that pre-order link, so that will work. Were there any recordings, like when you went in to make this, that you were like, that you used as references?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yes.
Okay.
That was one of the exciting parts about the process, I think,
I agree.
was just kind of it, rather than just saying, here's a song, let's just record a song. Everything had some kind of spin from a historical point in music. Like, for example, Golden Girl, I think when you brought that in, we were like, what if this sounded like the Cars or like post-punk? I don't want to say new wave because you don't like that term, but that
It's perfectly
new
fine.
wavy rock 80s thing going on, and then we were like, oh, this song sounds like the Beach Boys, or you
Kiss Me at
said
Midnight,
yes,
Beach Boys. Act As If, which was my first single, was, I was thinking That Thing You Do, the movie, and in fact, because of that, the single cover, it pays homage to it,
Yeah.
or homage, and yeah, it was just all over the place. I even have one Spanish song on the album, and I love Juanes from Colombia.
Okay.
And so I was thinking Juanes when I wrote it, and then when we were recording it, my son Jack is bilingual too, and so he really knows Juanes. But Mark and Ryan both listened to Adios Le Pido. That's one of Juanes's big hits because it gives the sense of what I was trying to do.
That's awesome. You have challenged yourself within our challenge to write a song in a different language every session, right?
Every year.
Every year. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you already write it for this year?
I
can't
did.
remember. So,
Yeah.
so you could enter the
I actually
song
thought about French,
without
but my
worrying.
French is mediocre.
How do you say that in French? Mary's my
Mediocre.
one friend right now on Duolingo. So
Yes, yes.
I've been encouraged to give her some high fives. High fives. I'm going to give you a real one. Get that French. All right, the last question that I like to ask is, Ryan and Mary, Ryan, you're going to have to go first this time.
Okay.
It's only fair.
All right.
Where are you learning right now? In your life, in the world, from who? But the question, where are you learning?
Okay. I think I'm doing what a lot of people are doing right now, which you already said Duolingo. I'm doing a little Duolingo, and then Masterclass, subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff there. It's amazing what's just on YouTube. It's incredible. You can pretty much find almost anything you need to know there. So, and then Ground News is a really cool app that it basically puts all news stories filtered in with a rating of bias. It's cool. It's
Ooh.
good. It's really interesting.
I've not heard of this before. Ground
And then you
News.
can scroll to the left or the right
Fascinating.
and see how they label the story, or if they report it at all, or anyway, it's a great Ground News. It's
That
really
sounds
good, but
super
it helps you just like have an informed perspective on
Yeah.
things and what's going on and what people are saying and why they're saying the thing they're saying, and it's interesting. So those are my main. And Blinkist.
It's Blinkist.
I feel like I'm an ad for apps right now.
Blinkist is another app too.
Blinkist
Okay.
is another app, and it just condenses nonfiction into, it's basically Cliff Notes. And you can so if you were taking a walk or whatever, you can it digests the information from a nonfiction book in about 15-20 minutes.
Interesting.
And I will say it's pretty good because I've read some of the books, and then the Blinkist, you get the stuff that you mostly retain from the book.
So it can be a supplement as well.
It could be a supplement, or you
Or-
could try a book that way and then decide if you want to actually read it. And then you can be like, I don't need to read that book.
These are good resources. This is where you can be learning too. All right, Mary Strand, where are you learning?
I'm learning from Ryan.
Yeah, right
All the
here.
time.
You're taking notes.
I'm always we'll be in a session and I'll pull out my phone and send a message to myself, buy this, do this, get this
Yes.
app, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, doing that all the time. I was going to say, the big one that I'm doing right now, other than music, is Duolingo.
Yeah.
I started January 1 with the goal to try it for at least 4 months, so I've already checked that off.
Sweet.
And I started in French because that's my third language, but it's like, English, Spanish, French.
Sure.
And then after a couple weeks, I thought, well, my daughter's really into Norwegian.
Whoa.
So I added Norwegian, which is hard.
Wow.
Yeah,
Because
that
I'm
would
used
be-
to romance languages.
Yep.
And then since I was doing that, I added Spanish just for fun.
Yep.
And Italian. So I'm doing 4 almost every day. Every day I'm doing it, but I do usually 3 or 4 every day.
That's amazing.
Wow.
You got to do it every day, otherwise Duo gets so sad. I can't handle his sad face. But can't handle the way he tries to melt. I'm so sad. I have done it now 385 days.
Whoa.
And my deal was when I got to a year, I wanted to treat myself to some German food in town, and I have not gotten out, but I will do that soon. But yeah, so good. We can all high fives on the duos. Yeah. All right. This is the time of the show where I'm going to sneak behind you and I'm going to say thank you to my Sarah subscribers. In front of you, Mary. Sorry.
Sorry.
I just got a brand new board and improved the residence for all these beautiful hearts who make it possible for me to make albums and like that one I just put out a few weeks ago, and invite people to my bathroom, like these nice people, Ryan Smith and Mary Strand, who Ryan needs to get to Indianapolis a few minutes ago, and because I'm sure sound check is now.
It's in a few minutes.
It's
right
in
now,
a few
yeah.
minutes. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. It's a glorious holiday weekend, so go out and relax and listen to Golden Girl. The single is out today, and stay toilet tuned until next we meet next Friday. Stay toilet tuned.